Okay. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I think I'm going to kind of divide it into two kind of sections. Because this morning I saw this girl. I guess she's a fashion beauty blogger or something on YouTube. And anyways, the reason I watched it, she had a ghost story. And she was telling her ghost story from when she was a kid. And I love ghost stories. And but the reason I love ghost stories is because it keeps me like grounded, because to me, this is an illusion. And outside of this, that's what's real. So, you know, what's going on in the dead world or dead space or space, it is, that to me is what's real. This is illusion, but it's created so much to, like, I don't know if it's purposely to confuse or just a way for consciousness to break free from, you know, what binds them. And it's so crazy too, is because to me, I see it that you know, like the Bible, there's so many people right now who are just, you know, religious stuff because of the stuff going on. Everybody knows, like, this is big, and they, you know, it's biblical, but that's the only reference that they have, like, is the Bible. And then it's like beyond that. And the thing is with the Bible is it's the same kind of paradigm structure as all of the other creations. And, you know, the government, the medicine, I was thinking of a whole bunch of them before. But all of the structures that create this, this environment that we live in, religion was a big part of that structure to, use to control. And so the Bible's super manipulated, and the people are so like, I think you need to kind of blend in, you know, more, what would it be, like doctrine from other religions, and kind of form your own beliefs. Don't just be stuck on one. So many people are just really stuck on the Bible, and the more and more, you know, that I hear people talking, the more that the stuff I say is just like, you know, crazy talk. And I think what I'm saying is real. So I think the other stuff sounds like crazy talk. And I feel like that there's a bunch of us here to pass that message on. And and you know, when I was really little, and I think I was like 4. That was the first time I remembered hearing something outside of myself talking. It could have been the whole time. It really stood out to me at this time, and I never forgot it. And I was like 4. I probably talked about it before. And we were at my mom's parents' house, and we were sitting outside, and my little brother was 2, or like 1.5. He was really little. Might have been 2.5. But anyways, that he wanted a drink apparently, and they sent me to go get him a drink. And I was really mad about it. I was super irritated. I remember going in the whole way walking, just being like pissed. I can't remember what all the stuff I was thinking, but I was really pissed. And I got in I got into the bathroom, and there was a bar of soap, you know, the little cups. Back then, everybody had those little Dixie cups. I think that's what, because you brush your teeth and you do your whole little, anyways, it was a thing back in the day. And so I think I got one of those little cups, and started putting water, and I saw the soap, and I was like, oh, good idea. I'm gonna give him a little soap in his water. And so when I started doing that, that's when I started hearing them talking to me. And they were telling me I was gonna get in trouble. Don't do that. And I did it anyways. And I went out there, and I could hear them talking. They didn't ever stop talking. And I went out there, and I gave them the stuff, and I got in trouble. And I think that's when I knew, like, they were looking out for me. They were looking out for my best interest. They weren't there to hurt me. They were there to give me guidance. And that's where I got, the only thing I understood back then was like the angel and the devil on your shoulders. So I just thought that's what was going on. I didn't understand, you know, who's talking to me? Why are they telling me this and stuff? But then, you know, they started talking to me all the time. And so they were always talking to me. And, you know, I don't think of that as being some like special gift or something. I think of it as it's just a human gift. I mean, it's just a gift of consciousness. And, you know, it's just a part of what that is. And I just feel like that there's a lot of people who are not tuned into that part yet. And there's a lot of us who were born with not having to tune in. It was just there. Like, I didn't even know. I thought everybody else had the same thing. I was really shocked when other people, like, you know, have no idea. Like, to them, I sound like a crazy person. I'm hearing voices. Okay, crazy. I'm always got to add in, yeah, but the voices are telling me where things are. They tell me how to fix things I don't know how to fix and stuff. So, you know, I don't think just, you know, hallucinations do that. And anyways, you know, but a lot of people think it's just, they can't even understand. It's too crazy. But I think that there's a lot of people here, you know, like me, who are here to help people expand those abilities in themselves. So that's why I share the stories, not to be like, hey, you know, I'm better than you. You know, I can hear spirits or whatever. I'm just saying, hey, you know, we can all do that. And it's all about the tuning in and the translation. I've said before, the translation can be very difficult because sometimes you're just shown thing and, you know, I wouldn't even just say pictures. It is like, you can be shown like scenes, you can be shown all sorts of stuff, but, you know, to know for sure what is all representing, sometimes you don't know until after whatever happens, and then it makes so much more sense. But a lot of mine, though, isn't, you know, like, they're not showing me like, oh, there's going to be a earthquake and thousands of people are going to die, and, you know, I'm not sure, but that's not like, mine is a lot more, I kind of feel like more personal. Like, they're always trying to give me other insights, more perspective, tell me how to fix things, tell me where to find things, tell me when I need to, you know, calm down or go relax, or, you know what I mean? They're just kind of there just talking all the time. I talk to them all the time. And I just like, they're just a part of my life. And, you know, and I know a lot of people are into, like, have to have names for them and stuff like that. To me, you know, I'm playing the part right now of Kelly Hart, but I'm way beyond what Kelly Hart is. So, and I've had many names throughout my lifetimes. So, you know, I'm just this. This is just who I am. And that's the name I carry in this life. And, it's another thing too, is so many people just don't get the whole thing about past lives and how it all fits together and the whole purpose of life. And, you know, I think that people are going to be learning about that, but there's just so many people that are so held on to that. I think that's going to be one of the hardest ones that people have to break free from, is religion. And religion is such a middleman. It's a third party. It's like the corporate way to God. Everything is corporation on here. We have to go through something. Somebody else is going to take care of us. Something else is going to, you know, mind our health for us and care for our bodies for us and stuff like that. We don't need to take responsibility. We just need to, you know, do what we're told and comply. I'm so excited to be here at this time, breaking free from that system. You know, it feels so... Breaking free from that system feels so empowering. You just, you know, and the way mine is all gone, it's been very, you know, like one event lead to another event, to another event, to another event. And each thing just kept on, you know, waking me up more and more and more and more. So I feel super fortunate, and I feel bad for people who are just so stuck. And so that's what I'm trying to share messages about, to help people like that. hold on. I knew it wouldn't last. Okay, don't knock my table, please. Oh, man, this morning up at 4:30, and it was, oh man, I was deep in a dream too. She woke me up at 4:30, gets right in my face, start crying like, oh, I just need to stretch this direction and you're in my way. And 4:30 is pretty fucking early. Sometimes it's 5 or 5:30, so 4:30. And plus I was just deep in a dream, so I just feel like I could just shut my eyes and go to sleep, but they just start immediately. Like, dogs are as busy as kids, for sure. At 4:30 in the morning, old Trixie starts puking the most disgusting smell. Ugh, I was gagging. It was disgusting. So, you know, there's no just getting up, drinking your tea, and just having a moment of silence. It's just boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh my God, you guys, give me a fucking break. It's like having two infants. And then they've constantly got to be watching each other and competing. Like, I'm going to get closer to her. I'm going to steal your mom. It's like, oh my God, it drives me crazy. So, anyways, but that's why I try and share stories and stuff. Oh, she's coming with her slobber mouth. Don't go lay on your blanket. She fills those jowls with water. And she comes and she just dries her face off on you. Drives everybody crazy. Everybody's always, oh, Stella, stop. Poor little girl. She's so sweet, though. She's such a big old girl. Just for her to have to turn around, she needs one of those, like a big old truck outside when it's got to do that. That's what she needs. She's so cute. Okay, so anyways, you know, and that is something. And I think that, you know, I just don't see that stuff as being like, you know, circus freak stuff. I don't see it as, oh, one thing I was watching this morning and I thought, oh, I hope there would be more of this, was there was a really old crime in New Zealand and it hadn't been solved in 35 years. A horrible murder of a young girl. And I couldn't solve it, and they had put so much time, and there was a lot of time. I mean, the case, like, I don't even remember, talking to 8,000 people or something. I don't know, it was something crazy. And they still hadn't solved it. So they had these two psychics. Well, they had a whole bunch of psychics, but these two in particular could give a lot more information. I couldn't believe. I mean, they could take right to the place where she was killed. They could see the whole thing. They were both seeing the same thing. They weren't out there together. And they were both seeing the same thing. They could see the guy's tattoo. They could see all sorts of stuff. It was crazy. One girl saw his face so clearly. And the girl who was killed, she was talking to him the whole time. She was telling him, and she told him, like, all of the stuff that was going on while it was happening. And it was super, super sad. And the reason that she was wanting to get her case solved was for her family. Her mom still, after 35 years, just sat at her graveside mourning. The dad had died from the pain of losing her, and it really affected her whole family. And so she was talking to him and stuff like that. But, you know, when they're showing things and like they can show you their emotions, they can show you how they feel and stuff. So it was really interesting, and I was hoping that there was more. Like, I was hoping, like, oh, maybe this is a series and they have all these psychics, you know, solving these crimes, but it wasn't. It must have just been one. I don't know, but it was really good. I think it was like called Crime Daily or something. That was 3 words. And I looked yesterday to see in that, the devil in their eyes or whatever it's called, that documentary was still up yesterday. So if you want to see it, it seems like it's really telling the truth about some huge problems that have been going on right under our nose for a long time. And anyways, so the other thing that I was going to talk about too was well, there was a few things, but I wanted to do my ghost stories. And so that's why I was like, I kind of need to tell like a little bit more about my own self, because I feel like I had an awareness or something, because I could hear the voices when I was little. So I have more of an awareness of when other energies are around me or something. So I started having awareness of that, I guess, because I haven't just lived in one haunted house. I've lived in lots and lots of haunted houses. And some are, they have their own energy too. It's not like there's just one type of haunted house. And so I was going to do, talk about that, but that's where I'm going to divide it so I can talk about that. So, you know, the background with me was just that I could, I had an awareness of life outside of this life. I was also being told all the time about, this is why, you know, I mean, maybe it was alien, what people consider aliens. Maybe it was the angels. Maybe, I mean, like, to me, it's just energy. And it is where you are pulling your information from. So, and I choose to pull from a higher, you know, higher mind energy. Like stuff that's going to make me feel good. I don't like to feel bad. I don't like to do something that's going to make me feel bad. I don't like to make people feel bad, because then I'm going to feel bad. So, you know, and that's gotten me into some trouble over time. I mean, there's been definitely people who have fucked me over, have stomped all over me, done, you know, really shitty things. And to me, that's about them. You know, I don't want to change who I am because there's people who take advantage of other people. And, you know, they don't have the same, because maybe, you know, when they die and they have to look at that situation, because when you die, you know, you view your life, you feel it in a different way. You have to feel it from other people's perspective, how you affected other people. And, you know, it's important how you affect other people. It is what will teach you how to grow. So, you know, I'll think like, well, you know, I guess when they die and they see how it, you know, then they're going to have to feel the pain and they can't go back and fix it. There's no redemption then. You're pretty well stuck. If you've hurt somebody, you can't fix it. So that's why I'm big on redemption. You know, if you've hurt somebody, go and apologize. And, you know, you can't fix it. You can't, you know, like I've said before, like I know a lot of people who are stuck in the past. They're holding on to painful situations that traumatize them and they can't let go of them. So they're giving their whole life to this situation. Like they can't grow past it. And, you know, so that can also be the thing. Like, but to just acknowledge, you know, maybe they won't see it until they have to look back over their life, and then they get to see like, man, I was holding on to this and I couldn't even hear apologies. I couldn't even comprehend. It's not just loneliness. Because Trixie's here now. So I thought maybe this crying things were because Winston. Is it because she's too close? Do you want me to move your bed over here? I can move your bed over here. I was just trying to move it because I put my table out. I didn't know you were going to come in already. There's no reason to cry. Stella, she's not that much closer. I move your bed. Oh my God. It's so drama. Okay, get up and we'll move your bed. You gotta get off of it. Move. Hurry up, Stella. I'm trying to do something. God, this little chewy thing that I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's I think it's pig throat or something. I don't know. It's very chewy. Like, you know, rawhide or something. Oh my God, the drama over that chewy thing. But that's what she had to find it. She couldn't move till she found this little fucking chewy thing. It's disgusting. Okay. Anyways, see if I can get back to what I was talking about. She's still not settled down. They're so distracting. So, anyways, the, Can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, God, that's frustrating. Some days are just frustrating. And then, you know, right now with all this energy coming in with these solar flashes, and they aren't even the event. These are just mini ones. But all that, and then this moon. I always feel the moon cycles days before. And it, I don't know, just feel really irritable. So, okay, what I was talking about. I was talking about, because I was going to start talking about the ghost stuff, but I'm going to do that on the second part. Oh, my Lord. You just came in. You're not going back out. So you better just stop the attitude right now. Stop. You're not going back out. No. Lay down and go to sleep. Oh, but she's so cute. Okay. Anyways, so, oh God, I wish I could think of what I was talking about. I don't know. I'm just going to go start the next one. Maybe I'll remember when I start talking about the next one, but I don't want to add it onto this one because it'll be way too long. So, I'll just go on and talk about the ghost stories. It was something, because I was trying to say about, because when I was little, they started telling me stuff, but it was all like, you know, it was all about the aliens being such a part of, like, that's why we were here. That's how we exist and stuff. It was all about, like, to me, is our true history. And that's why I said when I watched that guy talking that I really like that Distofno or whatever his name is on Initiation. When I'm hearing him talk, it's, to me, it's like, yeah, this is the same kind of information that I've been shown. So, yeah, I totally believe it. And I totally had a connection always to Atlantis. And when he's talking about how the different, when Atlantis went to go spread out and they divided into the 12 families, and each family had a certain truth that ended up, you know, having like religions and stuff built around them. But that's what I'm saying. And I've heard this like a long, long time ago too. Like each one has a certain truth, but it's the coming together. It's the unity that brings the truth to us. Because as long as we're divided and everyone has a little bit of truth, how can we get the whole truth? So we're only stuck on our section of truth. And so that's why, you know, the Bible is being manipulated in people's minds and stuff. It's not the whole truth. There's more truth out there. And that's why this arrogance and this ego is attached to religion as well. And it's got to be released, because that's where we will find the whole truth, is coming together in unity and sharing all information. Division's not going to get us anywhere but into more wars and more death and stuff. And that was another thing. Oh, because I watched The Majestic again yesterday. What was that? Oh, I was wanting to watch 80s movies, like stuff that was just like lighthearted, but kind of still scary. Not real scary, but, you know, like more campy. And so I watched the vampire one, One Spit, and it had Jim Carrey in it. So after, you know, it shows the other movies. And so The Majestic, I watched The Majestic again. And this time when I watched it, I love that movie. I think it's a really good movie. And I think it's a movie that has so much meaning, especially right now. And it is so pertinent to, how, what is going on right now. But anyways, in this one, when I watched it yesterday, I just was really thinking about like all the soldiers that have lost their lives for these manufactured bullshit wars. Also, someone could get rich, destroying families, destroying communities, you know, killing whole generations of men. I mean, this agenda to destroy us has been going on for a long time. I don't even know if, it seems like that there's some sanction that just wants so much control over us that they don't care if we die. There's other ones that are trying to help us, to bring us up to their level. You know, there's lots of, I would call them entities, or multidimensional beings. You can call them angels, demons, devils, aliens, you know, whatever makes sense to you. But that's how I see it. And that they are, that there's most of them are out there to help us. And not all of them want to enslave us, but that is also a part of the human consciousness becoming aware of itself. You know, there's just so much stuff. You got to watch that Initiation if you're interested in this stuff, especially about our true history and stuff, because I really think that guy is so on top of it over what's real. And he's so articulate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really like him. And he's got an accent. So when he says these words because he says he'll use a language that was an old language that he said was the language in Atlantis and stuff. And so when he says it and he's got an accent, it just sounds really cool. So anyways, I really like that show. But that's how I always knew that we have way more to do with aliens than we were being told. So I was always looking for that information, and all I would do is get like laughed at. Like people just couldn't even comprehend it. So anyways, that's kind of like, you know, my connection to what was out there until I started living in the haunted houses. So I'm going to tell some of those stories. See if I can get her to calm down. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.